All right, welcome back to Fleccas Talks, the podcast, episode 58. Today on the show, we have a Trump versus Desantis section you're not going to want to miss. We finally found a Nazi in this week's Urban Decay. Then we have a double dose of Cringe of the Week, where we have a new Cringery section, and we'll also be celebrating Trans Remembrance Week. And last but not least, the celebrity Muppets are still virtue signaling about climate change. You will never believe how much it costs to fix it. Hint, it's all the money. All this and more. It's Fleccas Talks, the podcast, episode 58, ranked the best new podcast of all time.
Because words are just words until action actually starts. And actions speak louder than words. But at the same time, words speak louder than actions because sometimes it's the right thing to do. Very cool. Very cool.
Fleccas Talks, the podcast, featuring Richard Bradford.
This week's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Public Square, the Public SQ app available on Google Play and the App Store. Guys, are you looking for a database of companies in your area or nationwide that are like-minded and share your patriotic values? Well, do I have the app for you? The Public Square app does exactly that. You can download the app for free. You can look through all these businesses locally or nationwide, and you can find ones that share your America First values. You can upload your business to the app for free, which is a huge thing. You can join the community online and be more deliberate with your dollar. Stop giving your money to companies that hate you. Start spending your money and your dollars wisely. Support businesses that support you. And long-term, let's build our infrastructure and let's build our culture around people that share our America First values. Public Square app is available on the Google Play and App Store. Links are in the description. Download it today. Tell them Fleccas sent you. All right. Thank you to Public Square. Major sponsors of the show, big fans of theirs as well. We have a very important housekeeping this week. I don't want to say the most important one we've ever done because that's not true, but it's up there. First thing, the things causing heart attacks and blood clots this week, tiny particles in the air. Not fully sure what that means.
Yeah, it says tiny particles in the air may trigger sudden heart attacks, study suggests. And the subtext says nearly a decade's worth of data collected across Singapore suggests increased concentration of tiny particles in the air can trigger cardiac arrests. So almost a decade's worth of study, and it happens to end just now, just with tiny particles in the air.
Good thing they did that research. Not fully sure what that all means. Be careful if you're breathing out there, guys. With the section, we always talk about the blood clots and heart problems each week. We also talk about myocarditis. There was a recent study that came out that included 500,000 people, and they basically said that COVID does not give people long-term myocarditis. The only thing that does so far, it seems like, is the Maxine.
Waters.
Is Maxine Waters.
Yeah. So it says the incidence of myocarditis and pericarditis in post-COVID-19 unvaccinated patients, a large population-based study. And it said, we did not observe an increased incidence of neither pericarditis nor myocarditis in adult patients recovering from COVID-19 infection.
Interesting. So no myocarditis for COVID people unless you got the vaccine, and then who knows what you got. And Pfizer and Moderna are now launching an investigation to track health problems caused by the vaccine. I guess now's the time.
Yeah. Pfizer and Moderna launched trials to track whether health issues arise years after getting their COVID vaccines. So yeah, let's just start that up now.
Might as well take a look and see if it's bad for people, I guess, now that everyone took it.
Forced everyone to get it, fired federal employees for not getting it. But yeah, let's start looking under the hood now.
Exactly. Now's the time. All right. We've had the mini bikes for a couple days now. Yep. It's been great. A couple things we need to address. Number one, guys, stop sending me this picture of the two guys on the bike. I don't know. I don't even think it's funny. I don't get the reference. Are you guys saying that's who we bought the bikes from? Like, I don't fully get it.
Yeah.
The
fat twins. What are they called? The something twins?
I think the fat twins is what they call them. So I don't fully get that. I don't know why everyone keeps sending me that picture. It has nothing to do with us. We got the bike from a local place, both of them. Number two, Richard Ratboy, unfortunately, got arrested while riding the bikes.
Okay.
Here's a picture. Richard Ratboy got arrested while riding the bikes, and he needed 4 handcuffs to connect to his hands behind his back. A new record. 4 cuffs. Daisy chained him up. He daisy chained him up.
That's what I was going to say. 4 handcuffs daisy chained together just to get you in the squad car. It's like, dude, just let him sit in the back.
Yeah, and we're just kidding. Obviously, we didn't get arrested. The cops don't care. We were actually riding the bikes on the street, and we saw a cop. And
that was like our test, our moment.
Yeah. Exactly. And the cop wasn't even like, nah, he just like completely was driving and did not notice anything out of the ordinary, and nothing in his brain was like, hey, these guys are riding illegal street bikes.
Yeah.
So shout out to the NOPD.
Yeah, shout out to their slow-ass response time and other pressing issues that are keeping them busy.
You've created an environment where it's basically Wild West and we can do what we want. And with that, we're riding the mini bikes.
We have to take advantage of it. If we're here, we're in the Wild West, we're in the no-go zone, like we might as well have our fun.
Yeah, zero care from the cops. Speaking of needing 4 handcuffs to connect your hands behind your back, I've been getting very specific targeted ads lately. 2 that have really stuck out to me. One was for extra wide shoes that don't require bending over to tie the laces. You just slide they're extra wide and then you just slide your feet in. Don't know why the data is indicating that I'm trending towards not being able to bend over. That's a little weird. And then the second ad that really stuck out to me was an ad for mayonnaise. And I think they have a lot of data on me because the ad they showed me was like a pile of French fries basically covered in mayonnaise. Like the amount of mayonnaise that they showed would like disgust my mom and sister.
Yeah. Like we get it. It's a mayo commercial. You want to focus on the product, but that was disgusting.
It was targeted to me. I guess in the data that they collect, I guess I'm a heavy mayo user. Maybe for some people that are normal, they would do like a light mayo user, a little bit on a sandwich, like maybe a mom packing sandwiches or something. But for me, they just drenched the fries in mayo and thought I would like it. But I'm talking about it, so maybe they're right.
Yeah.
So they definitely have the data.
So what about the fat guy shoes? What do they think? What do they think of you?
I think they're just trying to make my life easier.
Okay.
And I don't think they know how, if it's that bad yet.
It's funny because there's a certain point in advertising where they should either advertise to you weight loss stuff or the fat fuck stuff. And they've chosen the latter.
I used to get the workout gym thing that required no exercise. You just put it on and it shakes your body and everyone's like sweating in the thing like this.
They got no conversions, so they stopped, right?
So then they're like, all right, he's just going to live as a fat fuck. How can we make his fat fuck life easier? I guess is kind of what they're going with.
Shoes he doesn't have to tie that are triple E, quadruple
mayo. And mayo. So like, all right, he'll eat the mayo. He'll get gigantic, more gigantic,
shoes.
And then he'll just slide his shoes on and do his little half-mile walk and think it's exercise.
Next thing, they're going to be advertising you a handcuff, but it's going to be a 4-pack. Just daisy chain together.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that's enough. That's enough.
All right.
Next, Leah Thomas cut her balls off. Congratulations, Leah.
Welcome, Leah.
Smart to wait till after the season was over. Get that test, get those victories, get the belt, get the champion emblem or whatever.
Yeah.
And then now's the time to fully become a lady.
I respect it more than just having a cock out there beating up women. But I also like it in like a sick way where I'm twisted, where I want to see them go all the way. Like trans people, I want to see them go all the way because then you realize, well, what was I? Was I really trans or did I just make a huge mistake and now I have to take pills every day?
That's dark.
Yeah, it is pretty dark for me.
But you're a sick fuck.
Well, I mean, it's like if you want the benefits, you want society to pretend, then I think you need to take a leap.
You need to show us that you're committed.
Exactly. So, enjoy dilating your front hole and everything that comes with womanhood, like all the girls do.
Just classic womanhood.
Just, all
Get
the
the
pills
balls out.
all the pills that they have to take every day, girl stuff,
Girls, life is a lady.
Yeah.
All right. Next, someone asked me about my opinion on Little Caesars pizza. I don't really have a take there. I know it's hot and ready pizza for $6.
Yeah.
Which is just like, I don't know. They cook it 2 hours ago and leave it out, and it's $6. I guess is the upside.
Yeah, exactly. Hot and ready's they're called.
So I don't really engage with pizza like that. I think pizza is kind of like a not healthy food that you eat every now and then. So you're gonna want to enjoy it and get good.
It might as well be the best. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't really have a take on Little Caesars pizza.
I mean, it's broke food. It's broke guy food.
Yeah.
It's like if you're going through a hard time, you're struggling, whatever.
All
Little
day.
Caesars,
Or if you need to feed like people who won't complain, like a 6th grade baseball team, or you need to feed some people for free, basically.
Exactly.
A couple Little Caesars pies, $15 out the door with a 2-liter. Hey, some people's prerogative, not mine. I don't engage with pizza like that. Next, I have a little bit of a hack. If you guys are like ordering snacks or candy or zebra cakes or something, and you ordered a lot of stuff, and people are kind of looking at you like you're ordering candy at 10 o'clock at night, you can say, oh, just got some snacks for the week. And you call it snacks for the week, and then hopefully no one notices you eat the week's worth of snacks in one night. Just call it, I got some snacks for the week, just, up in my supplies.
Yep.
And then you can do whatever you want. Hopefully no one notices.
Yeah.
It's a little tip I've learned along the way.
I don't even really want to comment. I don't want to expose anybody who's doing some heavy snacking, but let's just say snacks for the week, they don't really last.
Yeah, I'm not going to expose anybody either, but it sounds like Richard Rappai and I are thinking of the same guy.
Yeah. An unnamed third party who won't be found.
Whoever that is. All right. Next, Tom Brady lost $650 million apparently in the FTX scandal.
Is that really true though? Like,
I don't know.
650, that seems absurd.
It seems like all the money.
It seems like his entire net worth got, I don't really buy that number.
Yeah, so I don't fully understand that. And then obviously him and Giselle are divorced. And now I'm kind of wondering, let us know in the comments what you guys think. Which part of dealing with Giselle the witch is Tom Brady in? Is he now divorced and he's free from the spells? Or is he now divorced and cursed from the wicked witch who's mad at him?
Well, his record is looking cursed. His record right now is looking cursed.
Well, I think he is undefeated since his divorce, right?
Yeah, it's like 1-0 though, right?
So there's some upside, but then he also lost all the money to FTX potentially, and there's maybe some downside. So I'm trying to figure out which part of the curse cycle Tom Brady is in. Is he free of the curses, or is he newly cursed from a mad witch?
And did you see Giselle is just like, we thought it was all, is Tom Brady going back to football? Does he love his family? Blah, blah, blah. And then she's like on a date with her Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructor.
Who she's been probably on a date with the whole time.
Well, exactly. Who she's been flirty with. So,
Disgusting.
hey, men, stay strong out there. Even if you're Tom Brady with millions and millions of dollars.
No one's safe. It's almost easier to not be Tom Brady.
I know. You might as well be Mike, who works at Domino's.
Or the Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructor.
It's 100%.
Yeah, so now's not the time to be Tom Brady, guys. If that's you,
take a step back.
Take a step back. Yeah. Don't go to the NFL.
Well, but so Tom Brady's in an interesting situation, and if where his division in football is like the worst division ever, so the fact that his team still sucks right now, he can still make the playoffs and then beat a couple, fraudulent teams. So we'll see if Tom Brady wins a Super Bowl this year on a backdoor freakish record thing.
He reversed the curse.
He reversed the curse, and we'll have our proof. So,
and if something bad happens to him, he's cursed even worse.
Exactly.
All right, that makes sense. What books do you have propping up your mic behind your laptop?
I didn't know you'd call me out like that. So I have a short mic here, very short mic. I bet the audience could guess. I have Always a Soldier by Rob Smith, the autobiography. And then I have American Muckraker by James O'Keefe.
Two great books.
Mm-hmm. One better than the other, but,
We'll let the audience decide.
Which
That's what's going on behind Richard Rappaway's laptop.
Yeah, I keep it hidden. I keep it obscure, but you've outed me. And I have to hunch down for this mic, and I don't want to do that, so I let Rob help me out every day.
You didn't even notice. I said laptop. I said laptop twice.
Sometimes I don't even hear what you say because, podcast-wise, you have to be thinking of your next move. And so sometimes I let it go in one ear and just kind of, you got me there, laptop.
I said laptop.
Okay.
With the D. Because I say laptop, and then people, like Chinese Donut Boy the other day said laptop, and I was just like, what?
Yeah.
So I hear laptop, and then I just started saying ladtop.
Okay.
So it's like either lab, or lad. Laptop.
Okay, great. Thank you for the lesson. Is this the most important housekeeping we've ever had?
That's why I said it's not.
Okay.
That's why I said it's not. And it's pretty much done.
Well, I actually made a meme for you. Surprise little ending of housekeeping.
Okay.
Speaking of appearances and quadruple handcuffs and whatever else you have going on.
Okay. I did not know about this.
But my meme is, when you tell Fleccas his beard looks like shit and he should at least trim the stringy side hairs coming off the side of his beard.
Wow. I didn't know that. You're telling me now for the first time.
That's true. I did not know that. You're telling me for the first time. Yeah, the beard is getting a little out of hand.
Like this stuff here to the side, what's the point of keeping that? Why can't you just round that off? I think the audience has the same concerns, right?
I don't hear him saying anything.
All right. Well, comment down below if Fleccas' beard has gone too schizo. It is schizo season, but that's a little too far.
That's what it is. It's schizo season. I don't do anything to the beard. It just grows. It's the longest it's ever been right now. I have a lot of beard here. I don't really plan on doing anything different. Maybe I will trim the sides a little bit to look less like the twin bikers.
I'm calling it disorderly. It's a disorderly beard right now.
Well, maybe so. Okay, moving on. Before we get into Cringe of the Week, we have an election section. Trump announced his running for president.
Yeah.
We got invited to Mar-a-Lago. We weren't able to go, unfortunately, but we would have been there. But we weren't able to go. A lot of people are talking about Trump versus DeSantis. What's the right move? We kind of spoke about this in the past. I think a lot of people, when it comes to Trump versus DeSantis, think that DeSantis is a better candidate because he can win more independent voters, and they're trying to figure out how to scheme and win like basically a rigged system with all the legal mail-in votes. Like there is legal voter harvesting that's happening now, and like when you do that, like we saw in Kerry Lake's election, where 83% of Democrat voters' votes were in before Election Day. It's kind of hard to win those races. So it's like instead of thinking who's the candidate that can win the sketchy races, I think we should focus on getting ballot harvesting out and in as many states as possible, especially the swing states. Let them keep it in California and the super blue states. But if we can get it out in Georgia and Nevada and places like that, I think we can have a chance of winning the election without getting the voter harvesting out. I don't think we really have a chance. Some of the people on the right are saying now it's time to start voter harvesting ourselves. Yeah, that's true, especially since it's legal in certain areas. That would help, but I don't think we can compete with cities. I think when you have a city in Arizona and there's millions of people in it and you send a bunch of ballots out and then you collect all the ones you need, it's kind of hard to get all the rural Republican voters ballot harvested as well because those voters are going to show up Election Day anyway. We have such an engaged voting bloc that they're going to show up anyway. So it's kind of like an uphill climb. I think Trump is the guy for the job. If you go in, if Trump goes in on this second term and does what needs to be done, they'll basically wreck his whole life and really ruin the guy. And I think he knows that. And I think he's kind of wanting revenge, which we need a revenge tour. I don't think now's the time to go, hey, everyone, let's calm down and go back to normal. I think now's the time for Wrecking Ball Revenge Tour, Trump Revenge Tour. They stole the first one. Now we do this one. We get everyone out, fire everybody, break up the FBI, stuff like that, get rid of voter harvesting. So I think that's what Trump's job should be. And then you do DeSantis after for 2 terms, and you have 12 terms of getting the country back on track.
Yeah.
That's kind of my opinion. But either way, the Democrats have a plan. Chuck Schumer the other day said this. Listen to what he says here.
Now more than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are.
Or however many. That's that little sneak in.
That's
or however
the
many.
key.
Maybe
That's the
3
key.
times as much?
Yeah, I think it's 11 million this year, undocumented. I think it's probably closer to 40 or 50 million people here illegally.
Notice how Chuck isn't saying anything about, we need to raise quality of life. We need to, every American deserves X, Y, Z. Nope, we need workers. We need to bring in the workers.
Yeah.
What, so corporations can keep paying low-ass wages and everyone gets stuck in this cycle where nobody gets beyond minimum wage jobs. But hey, we got the workers, right?
Yeah.
My bills are 10x what they were 3 years ago, not 10x, but obviously quality of life. Nobody cares. It's just get the bodies in.
Yeah. People are making, reproducing less than they used to. And it's like, well, yeah, you stole all the money. Can't buy a house.
Yeah.
In debt. Everyone's in
Millennials
debt.
are done.
So it's like, what'd you expect to happen? You gave everyone the vaccine, so you can't even have kids probably. So I don't know what you expect to happen. But yeah, so that's what they're planning. I love the 11 million or however many.
Yeah.
They've been saying 11 million since like 1995.
Yeah,
They've
and
been
it's
saying
like
11 million.
like border encounters are like 250,000 a month, and that's like just the encounters. That's not the people who get in easily with the coyotes. Like,
yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking that there's.
So yeah, no interest has accrued on those 11 million illegals.
That's just the number, or however many. I think the number is really probably 40 to 50 million here illegally, which is more than like 10% of the population, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's really what's going on. And then imagine a world where the Democrats like try to push for amnesty for all these people, and then the Republicans, like say we get mail-in ballots done, right? And there's no mail-in ballots, but now we have this new issue of all these illegals, and they try to give illegals the right to vote, and then basically it's going to be like, go vote for the Democrats who want to give you amnesty, or vote for the Republicans who are going to deport you. So they're going to use them as political tools like that, and they'll do anything. They'll do World War III. They'll do amnesty for all these people. They'll do anything to not lose power at this point, which was another reason why I think Trump is the guy for the job. Yeah. Let him go in there and wrecking ball it out, and then let DeSantis come in and put the pieces back together.
And then there's another part of it where it's like rhinos versus MAGA types, where the high up super donors for the GOP, like they're kind of like, yeah, give them citizenship. We don't care. Like they want the workers, they want bodies, they want consumers. And so there's a weird dynamic there that not everybody's moving in the same direction, you know?
Yeah. And then everyone used to say that the right wing had like it was a conspiracy, that there's like a great replacement. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And the right wing's mad that all these people from third world countries are coming here. And
dude, that's white supremacy. That's not happening.
Yeah,
that's white supremacy, dude.
Chuck Schumer just says it. He's like, oh yeah, they're here. We want to make them here full time. And basically change the entire way the country looks, which I don't think is great. I don't think that ever works well when you do a drastic change so fast with people that don't have your common interests.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should replace all the demographics that are currently here with whoever decided to break the law to come here. That sounds like a good plan. That sounds like a country that's going to last another 300 years.
Yeah. Do they speak English?
Más o menos. Sí, un poco, poquito.
But exactly. Yeah. All right, that's the end of our election section. Unless you have any other things you want to add.
No, but I do want to reiterate that point that you were making before about Arizona. These mail-in these ballots, 83% of votes estimated to be early/absentee by ABC News. That was in Arizona. In Nevada, that number was 79%. Like, what happened? What happened, guys? And then, but back to this, the actual political, like the legwork to it. Arizona, we did win. Republicans did win the state and like attorney general stuff. We lost governor and Senate, right? So those laws might be able to be changed this year, or in between now and 2024. And same with Nevada. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So those are two states. Michigan, less so. Georgia, less so. Pennsylvania, less so. So it's like, the whole Democrat operation is like the ability to continuously steal these states, and then a right winger will never win the president again.
Yeah.
And so that's obviously the main number one hurdle that we need to do. And I think it's foolish to think that Republicans are going to match these ballot harvesting operations. It's like, no, we outlaw it.
Yeah. We can't match it because the Republican voters are already Republican voters. I think a lot of the people who have recently turned on Trump think we need like a bigger tent and need to be like more accepting, and oh, maybe we should be easier on abortion and try to win over some people who are pro-choice. It's like, do you think the 22-year-old pro-choice girl who's voting Democrat is going to hear us be lenient on abortion and go, all right, maybe I'll vote for Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis? That's never going to happen. Yeah. I think we need to like stick with our values and actually double down. The Republican voters all show up day of voting. So it's like, if we voter harvested legally, I think we would just collect the votes of people who are going to show up anyway.
Yeah.
And then if anything, they would be able to track how many votes we've gotten, and then they would just have an easier time judging how many they need to go collect.
Yeah.
Because that's the name of the game. They go collect the votes. They send them out to everybody. Some people get multiples. People who get them who are dead. Everyone knows that. It's not even a conspiracy. And then they just go collect. You have a little system where you go collect all the votes. It's not real voting. And then you have the people show up day of, and it's like the worst uphill battle ever. Carrie Lake, I'm not saying some sketchy stuff happened over there, but Kathy Yee, is that her name?
Yeah, the treasurer.
Some random lady I had never heard of before. The Republican treasurer got more votes than Carrie Lake. How that happened?
Explain it to me slow. Explain it to me slow.
I don't fully get that. So, we have the whole issue is the voting system. We've had this since 2020. We've been like one of the few people who have called it out and just said, guys, like it's voter harvesting.
It's all ballots. It's not votes. It's ballots.
It's votes versus ballots.
And it's like we're playing an old game. It's like we're playing football before 5 rule updates ago, and like the forward pass wasn't invented yet, and we're playing against a team who's throwing bombs.
Yeah.
So
exactly. So it's a very uphill climb. We don't have a chance unless the the ballot harvesting rules change, at least in some of those states that are swing states.
Yeah.
And if not, the cities will continue to grow, and it'll be easier for them to win elections, and then Republicans will never win another election again.
And then it's hermit time, and then it's ATF standoff time, because they're going to have a reason. They're going to find a reason to get to your house. There's going to be a standoff. It's going to be like, something crazy.
You haven't trimmed your beard in years.
You haven't. Your beard's got even more unruly. You're sitting on 5 acres now, even more. But
so that's what's going to happen. Yeah. All right, well, that's the end of our election section. We have a cringe of the week with a special additional section, the cringery section, for our younger listeners who don't understand anything that's not TikTok sounds. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, no. Cringery.
There, we made it a TikTok sound for you.
There's a TikTok sound. Something bad's about to happen. Backflip. I don't want to give it away to say what he backflips into, but the backflip video.
We're going to rip through these quick.
This guy's doing a backflip. Everything's good. Oh, into a... Should have done that.
The guy goes over his handlebars. He's dead.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That was horrible. You could sue that kid for that.
Yep.
Biker downhill misses bridge.
Yep. Let's see this.
Everyone's cruising. Wow, this is cool trail. Look at this guy. Gone into the abyss. See it never. You'll still vote, though, even though you're dead.
Yep.
Next guy hit with tree.
This is my favorite.
This is why you don't, do this stuff wrong. There's a right way to go about cutting trees down.
Oh, get out of the way.
There's a reason she's saying
It's
get out of the
coming.
way.
All the way, keep going.
He should be
keep
on the
going.
other side of this tree.
Oh, Lord.
The secondary branch fling. Always look out for the secondary branch fling if you're cutting down trees at your homestead.
Yeah, it's not about where it falls. It's like a lot of stuff around it that can injure you. And also,
The secondary effect.
and then also just trees in general. Our next one, the four-wheeler. Look what happens here. Talk about watching out for trees. Going through. Oh, you're going to power through it. Oh my God, you would have been dead. Imagine how dead you'd be from that.
That could take your whole head would be like open. Your whole head, your neck would be open.
And then everyone just looks and they go, oh, he's
Yeah.
dead. Finger swollen.
Yep.
This is good.
You got it. Look at that. Just my fucking bone in there. I
That's,
didn't even connect to my nail. You
that's
getting it?
cool. He'll be okay.
Unfortunately, my guy, you're going to lose that finger.
Yeah, something bad happened there.
yeah.
And then guy goes down the escalator.
Yeah, this is an old one. I don't know why this is here.
Yeah, it got sent to me, and I just kind of had to put it in.
That's the worst night of your life.
What are you doing? You
Yeah.
drunk? Now it's time to mess around on the escalators? Usually doesn't work out. We are still in cringe. Let's get back to our good old-fashioned cringe.
So what was that? That was your
That was
Rob
cringeries.
Dyrdek? Well, I know, but that's your Rob Dyrdek Fantasy Factory.
Yeah, or the Tosh.0 style.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's not bad. That's culture, baby.
All right.
All right. Next, we are still in cringe of the week. The Indian mom trans kid.
Yeah, let's let her rip.
This is a good one.
First of all, the point of puberty blockers is to use them now while Summer is just starting puberty, and to basically, without causing damage, any permanent change or damage, to give Summer a 2-year break before puberty even starts, to really think through her identity. So Summer is really confident in being a girl, and Summer has the body of a male. And Summer's 13. And so what we want to do is we want Summer to be able to be 13, 14, 15, and still have a lot of time to think through her identity while preserving her body in this state, rather than making her go through.
You see the background, the flags and stuff. Summer doesn't really have a chance.
Summer is being led down a path,
Yeah,
I would
Summer
say.
this way.
Summer right into the pen.
Right, Summer? You don't want to go back, right, Summer? Puberty blockers pretending that you can just pause, which obviously is not true at all.
Yeah.
And then also take a break from puberty. So it sounds like the kid's kind of having a hard time and you're going to take a break. But it's like, if the kid's having a hard time, wouldn't you not want to make a TikTok about it?
Yeah, expose your kid.
Mom,
for
I'm
your
having a hard
internet
time.
points.
My identity's all over the place. I don't know who I am. I'm like borderline embarrassed and don't live well. I need time to myself.
Yeah, you've been filling my head with a lot of weird shit, Mom. I don't know how to process it all.
And then mom's making a TikTok that's going viral.
She put on the ring light.
Yeah.
She set up the room.
So yeah, if you really cared for your kid, you probably wouldn't be making TikToks about them having a hard time with this. And it seems like it's mostly about the mom, though.
And, of course it is. And this woman's TikTok name is something the teacher. So she's a teacher as well, guys. Whoops. Shocking.
Yeah.
I know. Crazy, right?
Exactly. There was an article that came out about the 10-year-old whose mom got arrested.
Yeah.
This is kind of related.
This was from the New York Times. A 10-year-old boy walked into a nurse's office of his school in Highland, New York, and asked for Vaseline. He wanted to rub it on his new tattoo, which he got with his mother's permission. The nurse called the police. The boy's mother was arrested. Obviously.
Shouldn't Summer's mom be arrested for putting the kid on puberty blockers? Isn't that way worse than a tattoo?
I would say so.
Like
yeah.
if you like chemically castrate your kid.
Yeah. You fuck up your kid for life after spoon feeding him literal nonsense ideology year after year. Yeah.
From the Chinese propaganda app. Yeah. So it's like, yeah. So that person's parents get arrested because the kid got a tattoo. Mm-hmm. But the mom who's turning the boy into a girl.
The tattoo, which, unlike puberty blockers, actually can be removed later.
Yeah.
Like it actually can. You can't grow your dick back. You can't grow your tits back. But you can get a shitty Scooby-Doo tattoo removed 10 years later.
Wow, that's crazy. When I was younger, I wanted a tattoo so bad. And when I was like in high school, I wanted one. And I wanted a Texas Longhorn tattoo. And I used to draw like a Texas Longhorn shape on my leg, like kind of where I wanted it.
Think about it. Think about what we would get if we were in high school. Like you'd have a stupid Texas Longhorn thing on your calf or something.
I don't even like Texas Longhorns.
Somewhere annoying. I'd have like a barbed wire around my bicep tattoo, like a Brian Urlacher badass. And it's like, that is so out of style.
So bad. I like Texas Longhorns, I think because I used to play them on the NCAA PlayStation game.
Yeah, you liked Vince Young or something.
Yeah,
there was like
NCAA 2006 or something. So, yeah, that person's mom got arrested. Summer's mom is still on the run.
Yeah. Summer, my boy, Summer.
So this week is Trans Remembrance Week. Time we have to celebrate. Maybe get a couple cabanas for the gay boys.
Oh, yeah. Wait, extra cabanas?
Yeah, we need more cabanas. Okay. This week is Trans Remembrance Week.
You know who needs a cabana?
Rob?
I pulled it off. They're stuck together.
Rob, if you need a cabana, you call me and I'll buy you a cabana right now.
Rob, if you need a cabana, hit us up. We'll give you the visa.
And if all your friends come, you might need 2 cabanas. That's fine. I'll take a line of credit out. We'll get you 2 cabanas.
I will call Citigroup because I will get my limit increased.
I will get my limit increased, and we'll get you another cabana because no one wants to be crowded at the cabana by the pool. Yeah. In Miami.
Obviously.
So this week is Trans Remembrance Week, not to be confused with Trans Day of Visibility, which is in March, or Trans Day of Remembrance, which is in November, or Gay History Month, which is October, or Gay Pride Month, which is June, or National Coming Out Day, which is October 11th, or Trans Parent Day, which is November 6th. It's Trans Remembrance Week.
Okay. All right, cool. Can you remind me which one we're in right now?
Trans Remembrance Week.
Yeah.
So
and then there's just like Veterans Day. There's one, and then there's Memorial Day for the ones who have died.
Yeah.
So what is this? This is specifically about trans people who have died?
I don't know. I think
remembrance is kind of like a fallen soldier type remembrance.
Yeah.
So these are the ones who didn't actually fulfill their destiny and get the gender they wanted, and these are the ones who killed themselves along the way?
Probably killed themselves or were killed by people.
Oh, wow. That's pretty dark.
Yeah, it's very dark.
Does that happen a lot in that community, or is that?
I think it does. I think there's also anti-trans attacks done by certain groups of people in urban areas. I'm not going to say what types of people.
Wow.
But a lot of times it's a certain type of person attacking a trans person.
Wow.
And
someone who would be embarrassed if that information came out that they were messing around with a trans person or something.
What the fuck? Yeah, stuff like that.
That's why you let me suck your dick. All right, chill.
Yeah, chill. Everyone relax. So we have all these holidays for all the trans people, and it's kind of like...
And then Christmas is just called the holidays. We had to get rid of Christmas.
Yeah, we can't say Christmas anymore.
It's Trans Suck Day. It's Trans Bottom Day. Soon there's going to be, the Gender Reassignment Surgery Awareness Month.
Yeah. It's perfect for people that don't care about Easter or Christmas, stuff like that, but you still kind of want to celebrate stuff, but you don't believe in like God at all.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you do.
Gotcha. You keep piling on weeks, days, months, and whatever. Yeah.
And if you're a kid and you look and you say, oh, Jesus doesn't get talked about at all. Christmas is happy holidays. Easter, we're barely off for that.
Yeah.
But then you have all this trans bottom day or demi boy double queer day or whatever. And you kind of would think if you were a kid growing up in this, that the gay stuff is very important. You know, you would be like, oh, the gay stuff, that's huge.
Yeah.
And it's like every week.
That's all they talk about.
Yeah. Which is why we have the graph behind us. This is the percentage of all the generations that identify with the LGBTQIA+. And as you can see, the most recent generation is all the way up there, 20%.
Yeah, 20.8% for Gen Z.
Good luck. And then those people won't have kids, but we have all the illegal immigrants here to take
we
over.
got 40 million laying in the dark. I know Chuck said 11, but it's closer to 40.
Yeah, exactly. Next, we have like that trans person freaking out.
I took testosterone. I've been on testosterone for 8 years. I am a boy, and your term just verified that. I am a transgender man, and a valid one. You can fucking figure it out. You guys don't know what you're talking about. You don't get it, do you?
That's enough. So,
is testosterone what makes you a man?
a lot with the good questions.
Is testosterone what makes you a man?
Me saying I'm a man makes me a man. And whatever hormones I take makes me feel happy and confident. I would have killed myself without testosterone. Because I wasn't fucking happy. Because I
almost did. I would have killed myself without testosterone. I almost did. So what was that protest for? That was about kids, right?
Trans kids, yeah, protect trans kids or
and
something.
So the very stable and very articulate trans crowd comes out to shout.
And they're saying they're correct because they would have killed themselves. And we're supposed to go, all right, whatever you want to do then.
Whatever you want to do to the kids, because you almost killed yourself. And you seem mentally stable and really ready to make decisions.
Tell us what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in
Where do we sign the check?
Yeah, you're in charge. So I kind of have like a little bit of a thought experiment, or like I guess it's a thought experiment.
Okay.
Imagine you're like you have a tank, right? And you have an ecosystem, right?
Tank. Oh, okay.
And you have like a terrarium, a huge terrarium, and you fill it with frogs, right? And the frogs trust you to kind of like take care of them, right?
Yeah, you put food in, you get.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you put chemicals in the water that turn the frogs gay, right?
Okay.
And it makes the frogs gay, and then the gay frogs try to get the tadpoles to be gay. Right? And then the frogs start fighting with each other because they're like, hey, the tadpoles aren't gay. We shouldn't be making the tadpoles gay. They're just baby frogs. And we have all these frogs fighting with each other instead of uniting together and saying, hey, why is the head of the terrarium putting chemicals in the water turning the frogs gay? It's kind of like that.
Wow. Is this even a metaphor at this point, or is this just what's happened?
I don't know, but I'm tired of them putting chemicals in the water that turn the frogs gay.
Okay.
And that's all I'm going to say.
That's fair. That's
all right,
incredibly
we have
fair.
another page of cringe. This is like a double dose of cringe. We're going to go lighter on Urban Decay, potentially. Next, the guy's scared of the toaster.
Yeah, I think this guy should be trans.
Me too. So, your grandfather liberated concentration camps and raised 6 kids on like no money.
You're scared of a toaster.
You're scared of the appliances.
I don't know if it's scared or startled, but why are you filming yourself doing this?
It's cute.
Yeah, like that's, dude, you just want everyone to know you're a pussy?
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
You're scared of some of the stuff in the kitchen.
Ooh, it spooked me.
So yeah, we've come a long way. And then
Yeah.
these are the men I guess we have to rely on to get the country back on track.
Yeah. So, goodbye, country.
Fingers crossed.
See you later.
Fingers crossed this guy wakes up and maybe he should take some testosterone, actually.
Yeah.
If we gave this guy juice and he's like, I identify as a more masculine man, like we kind of talked about before,
Yeah.
that could actually solve the problem.
This is a weird attention-seeking thing where it's just like, would you do this if you weren't filming? What happened? You planned this for 15 days?
Wouldn't you be embarrassed?
You should be.
Like, wouldn't you be, like, if I was making toast and I jumped when it came out, I'd be like, oh, no one saw that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm tough. I'm not scared. I'm not startled easily. That's what I thought. You should be embarrassed by that, but I guess not.
So not our typical cringe, but you saw that and it just had to go in because it was pathetic?
Yeah.
All right. Thank
I
you.
wanted to bring up his grandfather.
Okay.
who's a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
Someone in his lineage is.
Yeah, I got to respect our veterans.
Yeah.
All right, next, the thick women were turned away at the door at the club.
Yeah, this is a good one.
We're not able to get let in as a thicker, curvy woman.
It wasn't the way Ella Halikas expected to end her night last Wednesday, being told she and fellow curve model Alexa J weren't allowed to enter the highlight room in Hollywood. All of their friends were let in, but they claim the bouncer stopped them because of their curves.
She asked him, like, you know, hey, what's going on? I'm so sorry if you're confused. I'm actually with that party that you just let in. And he said, I know, and looked at her up and down, was like, not tonight.
Ella thought maybe she'd have better luck with the doorman.
He looked at me up and down as well and was like, not tonight. I think it's fat phobia to the core. We're tired of just letting this happen and not speaking up about it.
A few days later, the influencers decided to share their story with Ella's more than 700,000 followers across TikTok and Instagram. It went viral.
Interesting. Turned away at the door. Not tonight. Maybe a different night.
Also, a Wednesday night, going out to the club on a Wednesday. That's real oppression there. Getting turned away on a Wednesday. Sorry, ladies.
Yeah, Lizzo said you guys are the best. What are you talking about? Lizzo said we're good.
Yo, Lizzo said big girls rule.
Yeah.
What happened? Did that message not get down to the bouncer at the hot nightclub?
Yeah, exactly. And then it makes you think like they're going to social media to like call this out as if it's like some form of oppression and like a perfect example of oppression. There's like men in society who have like the worst jobs ever. They're divorced. They don't get to see their kids. They have no money. They work in a hole somewhere.
They have a shit job with like a big alimony chunk that's going.
They're dirty. They go home every day. They're tired. They're probably tempted to like take pain pills or kill themselves. But this is what needs to be TikToked about.
Yeah, exactly. This is the true, like, using our page for good.
Yeah.
My favorite part about this is the difference between, like, these girls are, like, curve models or something. And it's like, yeah, some, like, Calvin Klein or some stupid brand will pay you to be their fat model. But that didn't really translate to the clubs. There's still some standards out there at the clubs. And they're not playing that pretend game that Calvin Klein is on the New York Times Square.
Shout out to the highlight room.
Yeah, standards.
That sounds like a fun place to hang out.
I know. I'm sure that's pretty good. And then also girls acting like this happened to you because you're fat, dude. This happens to every guy every time he's been to a club ever, or he pays.
They wait in line and they never get let in, or you have to get a table and you have to spend when you get a table like 2-bottle minimum. $1,500
Yeah.
At least.
Dude, and again, they brought out the news crew, the guys doing the voice. These influencers got taken away. There's fentanyl out there.
Yeah.
People are dying from fentanyl in LA right now. There's, crime. Someone was bludgeoned. There were multiple rapes. And they send out the 4-man news crew to go to go interview the pigs.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, next, Rainn Wilson, climate change.
This one's a personal favorite of mine. Haven't seen much coverage of it, but Rainn Wilson changes name to Rainfall Heatwave Extreme Winter Wilson to protest climate change.
Which is basically still his regular name, Rainfall Wilson, and he goes by Rain for short, so he didn't even really do anything.
No.
And you'd think, if you want to do something about climate change, maybe write some checks.
Hey, Rain, weren't you on the most successful sitcom of all time, The Office? I'm sure those residual checks are pretty steep. Why don't you sign them over? Sign them over to the climate.
Let's start sending them out.
No, you just want to change your name, do something empty that's just a small gesture?
Yeah, or add middle names.
Yeah.
Not even. You're still Rain, Heat Wave, whatever, Wilson. And then when everyone asks, you sign Rainn Wilson. It's on your ID.
Oh, my God. These people are so out of touch, man. Those SAG checks are coming in, dude. Just sign one of them over. We're not, like, maybe give away season 1 of The Office.
Yeah.
Give away season 2 or something. You don't have to give away every check.
Exactly.
But no, it doesn't matter. It's not about that. You still live in your cool little spot. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it, Rain, Extreme Fall, Winter Fall, Wilson. I want to see people start using that now.
Me too. John Kerry had a little bit of a clip talking about climate change and what needs to be done.
Yeah. You're never going to guess how much money it's going to take to solve climate change.
Once the rules get fully worked out and everybody's in a comfort place, hopefully this will be implemented because we desperately need the money. There is not enough money in any country in the world to actually solve this problem. It takes trillions, and no government that I know of is ready to put trillions into this on an annual basis. That's what the scientists and the UN finance reports say we must do. 2.5 to 4.5
So there's not enough money in the whole world to solve it, but we're going to still try.
Yeah, we're going to tackle it. Trillions on a yearly basis.
Okay.
Thanks, John. Shouldn't you be a Muppet somewhere? Shouldn't you be in someone's hand getting puppeted?
I think he is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My mistake. My mistake.
Yeah, so we don't have enough money in the whole world, but we're going to try. It's going to take trillions of dollars. You saw how we did with Ukraine and FTX. Trust us to launder the money correctly to make the weather different.
Yeah, so some senator's cousin can get a $40 billion contract for green cars that never goes anywhere.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
for electric motors that they never get past the prototype stage.
Exactly. All right, this week's episode is also brought to you by Let's Go Brandon Wrapping Paper. Guys, the holidays are quickly approaching. What better way to wrap the gifts for your loved ones than with the Let's Go Brandon Wrapping Paper? Look at this. How cool is that? They also have one where we have Joe Biden saying Merry Easter, Let's Go Brandon. There's a bunch of Trump ones. How cool. Perfect for the people in your life that love Trump or that hate Trump and you want to do a bit on them. Let's Go Brandon Wrapping Paper is this week's second sponsor. Make sure you guys check it out. Links in the description. BrandonWrappingPaper.com is the website. Go to BrandonWrappingPaper.com. Get some today. It's very affordable and it's a very funny gift for this holiday season. You will love it. I just got some. I'm giving all my gifts this year in the Let's Go Brandon Wrapping Paper. It's amazing. You guys will love it. They sponsor the show. Let's sponsor them right back. BrandonWrappingPaper.com. Links are in the description. Go get a couple rolls today. We are coming into our Urban Decay. First piece of Urban Decay. Guys, we found a Nazi.
Yeah.
We finally found a Nazi. Here he is.
What's up, bro? You see this tattoo? I'm not allowed to say what's up.
Boy, you must not know what I would do to you, boy. You see these tattoos, bro, you're pushing it.
What am I pushing exactly?
Bro, you're about to get knocked the out for real.
For what?
Don't say anything to me, bro. You don't know me.
What are you doing with your fist?
Bro, you're really irking my soul right now. You might want to leave.
For what?
So they call Trump supporters Nazis. This is what a Nazi actually looks like. Do you guys ever hang out with people like this?
I've never seen one. Never seen
You
one.
guys hang out? Is this like your friend groups back home? People in the Midwest? This is who you're hanging out with?
Yeah,
this
face
is
tat.
Yeah, this is a Nazi. This is a white supremacist. This, I guess, who's keeping everyone down too.
And you want to know something? Yeah, he this is the oppressor. That's him.
Yeah, and society's geared for his success, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And he has no shirt and face tattoos.
And
he's
you know
dirty.
what's funny? You know what's funny? This is an outright, obvious, true Nazi, and he doesn't even punch the minority. He doesn't even attack him. He shows restraint.
Yeah.
The Nazi shows restraint.
Yeah. So that's who's holding everyone down, and that's who society's built for, is that guy, the dirty guy with the face tattoos, the Nazi tattoos, who's been to jail and has no shirt.
And that's what I was going to say is the only place Nazis exist, like Nazis, white supremacists exist, is jail. And you know why? Because you get into jail and it's like 15% white.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of Mexican and it's a lot of blacks.
And you gotta
So you gotta squad up, and if you get some ink, that really means you're with the squad. So that's like the only place it really exists right now. And then this is what happens when they get released. They just start, I don't know, mean mugging people and not actually even hitting them.
Yeah, and they're homeless and on the street with no clothes.
Yeah.
No one wears no shirt. All right, next, there was a noose found in the Obama library.
Yeah.
There was a noose that was found out of construction. Construction was halted right after. I'm assuming it's another one of those Bubba Watson scams. Is that the right name?
Yeah, Bubba Smollett, Bubba Watson, that you can interchange them now. There's been enough hoaxes where
it's one of those.
Yeah. And so funny thing is, was this just some like contractor didn't show up and it was going to cost them X amount of money if we didn't get it started? And it's like, all right, well, we could pause it really quick we could make a story out of this.
Yeah.
That's where my mind immediately goes.
And everyone's mad and everyone's so sad they have to stop working. And everyone talks about white fragility. You know, white fragility. Oh, white people are so soft.
Oh, yeah, they can't be criticized.
White people are so soft. What's this then? If that's white fragility and everyone who's white is, soft and scared, what's it called when a rope makes you stop working on the construction site and everyone's really mad and has to take a week off and the news talks about it? What's that called?
That's called righteous. That's righteous by all media standards. So
Yeah, exactly. Next, the kid smokes a doink in the classroom.
yes, this fine young future doctor of America is lighting up a blunt in a Chicago classroom.
It's a very skinny doink. Smoking a blunt in the classroom. That's wild.
Just 1.0 GPA activities. You know? that's what they're up to.
What is the SAT score of that individual?
It's just C straight down.
Yeah.
C. So whatever one Scantron answer gets you.
Everyone's taking the SATs, and there's one kid in the class like this, like just head down, or they're like this. It's like, I'm not taking it.
This is the start of a movie where the white teacher takes interest in you and says, "No, I'm not giving up on you, Jamal. We're gonna get through this."
And he's high, like, all right.
I've never had a teacher care about me. But yeah, no, this is. I'm sure there's no dad in the home. It's this kid's looking for attention. He doesn't get it. He's switching to negative attention, and you know what kind of feedback cycle that's gonna become. So
he just figures, I'm gonna be cool.
Yeah, I might as well be cool. I may be dumb. I definitely can't read, but I will be cool. I will not give a fuck.
And it's working. That is very cool. I've only known kids who would like secretly smoke in high school, and they would go to their car like during lunch and then come back and be like, we'd see him and be like, we know you're fucked up. Yeah. And it would be like very subtle, and it was stupid. It was like the kids that shouldn't have been doing it and that were making mistakes, and now they just do it in the classroom.
Yeah, that's a level up. What do you even do if you're the teacher?
I don't know. Have everyone leave because the smell, or you send them to the office. Send them to the office, and you tell the principal, "What do you do? You smoked a blunt in class." It's like, well, you're suspended for sure.
You're 2 weeks off. Go do whatever you want. Go join a gang. I don't know.
Yeah, get out of here. Yeah. You're free to go.
There is a certain level of like, there's nothing to be done with someone like that. Other than like some dad or a man in his life sending him to like a hard labor camp or sending him to like an Idaho, like, yo, get your act together, buddy. Or like, there needs to be a Beyond Scared Straight, but it's not jail. It's just the homeless street rat life.
Yeah.
You know, like go live with Mike down by the bridge for a week and see where you're headed.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, we're looking for hubcaps today. Then if we score big, we get a catalytic converter. Then we got to take that in a shopping cart all the way to the scrap metal yard. That'll give us $40.
Yeah, that's so interesting how this happens. I feel like back when we were growing up, we had like reverence and respect for our elders and teachers and coaches and anyone who's older than us.
Yeah, of course.
And I would be like scared to get in trouble in school. And then now I think about the younger generations and how stupid they are and how backwards they are. And it's like, why would they listen to some stupid teacher?
I know. She's going to tell you about her gay kid who's on puberty blockers that she made gay.
You're like, I don't want to hear that.
I like that blunt.
So it's like anything kind of goes now, and like, why would the kids respect anybody?
Well, and that whole
I think
thing,
you can't teach them anymore that lesson anymore.
Well, and I mean, we know what point we're making here, but the reason you respected your elders and the reason you had fear is because your parents had consequences if you did. You know, if you did not, rather, you had a dad who your mom would probably be like, I don't know, this is what happened with my family, but it's like, wait until your dad gets home, and then you got to deal with your dad who might beat you up.
Yeah.
In case, in a crazy circumstance. It's not like there was regular abuse there.
Yeah.
But like, you know, the threat of real action or like all your stuff getting taken away, everything you like getting taken away. So, and then this kid obviously has a mom who probably works a shitty job and no dad. And so there's no real system there.
And a bunch of half brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to get in trouble. That's exactly what it is. I wasn't scared of my teachers. I would try to get away with what I could.
Exactly.
But I knew if I got in trouble and then my parents found out, then I would be in big trouble.
Yeah.
There was one time in homeroom, my mom used to volunteer at the high school I went to and help in the college office. There was one time in the homeroom, it was like hot at the end of the year, and I was like, I think I was a senior, so I was like already done with school. And I had a uniform, and I used to roll my pant legs up to my knees. Just to kind of cool off.
Just a vent.
And then like the teacher every day would tell me, roll your pants down. And I would roll your pants down.
It's like, you got to catch me on it though.
Yeah. And then one day, instead of telling me to roll my pants down, the teacher went to the door, opened the door, and my mom was there. And she was like, come outside. And then she was like talking to my mom and me like every day, Austin rolls his pants up. And I knew my mom didn't fully care. I was already in college.
Yeah.
But
that's a dangerous time when you're already let into college and you're a senior.
I was like, Mom, I'm like, who cares? It's not a big deal. And my mom like gave me a look like, this is so bad. I'm so disappointed. But she also was kind of like, I know this is stupid, and I'm just pretending to be mad for the to respect the teacher. Yeah. So yeah, parents is what it is. Parents is what it is. That's what should make kids have a little bit of fear and respect.
Yeah.
Next, Ariana Grande's brother brutally mugged in New York. I don't know why.
Yeah, I have no details about this. This is the picture of him, though.
What's the definition of soft target again? Is it when your hair is like that tall?
Yeah. I think this might have even been a misunderstanding, and he just gave his wallet up.
Hey, you got to get back to Times Square.
Where's Penn Station? Like, just take it. Take everything. Oh, my God.
He runs and falls, and then that's the injury.
Frankie Grande. Yeah, this guy was actually on Big Brother.
Oh.
And then he revealed his big secret that he was Ariana Grande's brother. And it was like, all right, nobody cares.
You're out.
Yeah. He did get voted
Rap
out.
Boy loves Big Brother.
I like it. I don't love it. I like it.
You watch it all. I tried to watch it once, and the guy goes, "It's Big Brother." And I'm like, well, I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
Can't tune into whatever this crap is.
It's very like dystopian, like dystopia TV. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, will Lexi shoot the guy today? Find out now on Big Brother.
You know, when I heard the voice, I was like, done. Yeah. Next, we have an update, Target shoplifting.
Yeah, so we've obviously talked about Target in the past with like how good their security is and how they basically have a police station there. But this was a tweet that I saw. It says, breaking. Target says it has lost over $400 million so far this year due to an increase in shoplifting and, quote, organized retail crime.
And that's just this year in the first few months.
So far in 2022. This was their third quarter's earning call, so it's through Q3.
So that's crazy if you're an investor.
Yeah.
$400 million walks out the door. That's like the GDP of Tonga.
Did you look that up?
I looked it up.
Oh, my God.
That's right around the GDP of Tonga.
Just getting stolen from organized retail crime from one chain. And that's like Walmart is like dwarfs Target.
Yeah.
So like that's one
$400 million of stuff out the door.
Yeah.
How can you have a business?
Yeah. So I guess I'll read a couple quotes. We know we're not alone across retail and seeing a trend that I think has gotten increasingly worse over the last 12 to 18 months. So we're taking the right actions, blah, blah, blah. But this is a business headwind. And then there's another quote in this article that says, so why are people stealing these days? That's a tough one. To some degree, it's a reflection of our times. Simply put, America's social contract is straining. Until recently, we've been able to lay out goods, often in mammoth big box stores with only a handful of employees. When our social contract is strong, i.e. people are getting a fair shake, it's a model that works. Now it seems more people are stealing, and our stressed social contract may be capping how far we can push this. People light technology heavy model. Last month, Wegmans ended its scan and go shopping app. Why? Shrinkage, of course. They call it shrinkage is stealing.
So it's socioeconomic issues.
Yeah, basically.
That make people steal the Xbox.
Well, no, and I agree with them that the social contract is strained. It's like nobody's abiding by it anymore because everybody else goes, oh, hey, that guy got out. This guy doesn't face consequences.
Why save up money to,
Well, I mean, an example of us with the mini bikes. We don't care.
We could have just stolen.
No. I'm saying like we don't care. We're not Googling to find out if this is legal or if it's whatever. It's just like whatever. And obviously that's a little different than stealing.
There's a strain on the social contract here in New Orleans.
But yeah, exactly. And it's everywhere. And
life's not easy for us, so we got to hit the road sometimes and ride.
Exactly. The road's you hear that?
I do.
You hear that now? The road's calling.
And Target's a publicly traded company?
Yeah.
So there's there's shareholders and their goal is maximize profit.
Of course.
And they're losing $400 million just off of stolen stuff in the first 10 months of the year.
In a year, yeah. Let me look up Target's revenue really quick. Revenue 2021 or something, just to see what they're kind of doing. Yeah, so 52 billion, revenue of 76 billion. So, it is a small piece but it's not
it ain't nothing.
It ain't nothing. If it's 400 million and they're writing articles about it and mentioning it on their conference call.
Yeah. Last piece of Urban Decay. This is a thing that you wanted to bring up. The payday loans.
Yeah. So last week we talked about how the Chinese app TikTok was advertising at our young kids the ability to get a little micro payday loan so you can go out to dinner, get a salad, go to the Bulls game, and then go to the barcade.
Yeah.
So go into debt, become a little debt slave to go out. And
to go out and order food.
And I kind of got one-upped this week. I'll just let it play.
There's an app that allows you to take out money, like cash advance, and there's no penalty and there's no interest rate. And it's easy to use. Would you use it or no?
That sounds like a dream.
So would you use it?
Yes.
Wow.
So the drag queens are now telling you on the Chinese app to go into debt.
To go into debt so you can go out, so you can borrow $250. If you need to borrow $250, how about you just kind of recalibrate and think, all right, let's stop spending. We need to make more money. It's like, how do I keep living my life and I don't have money? I don't understand the thought process there. I don't know how you get tricked by the drag queen on TikTok.
Yeah, but some people are, and if you are, you're probably a low IQ person anyway, so good luck out there.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we are done with Urban
Isn't
Decay.
that dystopic, though?
Very
Drag
dystopic.
queen is telling you, the gay guy in a glam woman's outfit is telling you to give up some of your paycheck next week so you can get the money now.
To go out and do nothing.
Feels like the end times of the Roman Empire.
Exactly. That is the end of our Urban Decay. We are into Uplifting Gold. We are in our Uplifting Gold section. We have a great Uplifting Gold today. Lots of things to be happy and grateful for. No need to get depressed and down.
I don't think this was a very depressing episode.
Me neither.
I'd feel bad for a couple people's kids and a couple lunatic moms and
Yeah.
a dumb kid lighting a blunt, but this wasn't one of our worst. This wasn't like a...
And then the fat twin bikers, that was like a random thing that made no sense.
Yeah, that had no correlation to us at all. Well, me at least.
Yeah, neither of us.
Yeah.
So that's weird. First is the Elon Twitter thread.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
I mean, Elon is just firing people over Twitter. That's the Uplifting Gold. These people have little snarky, they're used to some weird sort of tech thing where everyone can speak out and everyone's voice matters, and they're just openly dissenting.
Yeah.
And then Elon's firing them.
And here's what happened. Elon tweeted, by the way, I'd like to apologize for Twitter being super slow in many countries. App is doing 1,000...
Greater than 1,000 poorly batched RPCs just to render a home timeline, meaning it's working very hard just to show you basically the app.
Then some guy, Eric, says, I have spent 6 years working on Twitter for Android and can say this is wrong.
And then some other idiots chime in. And then Eric, to his many followers, goes, maybe he should ask questions privately, maybe using Slack or email. Goes like this, like a little snarky employee, like you're directly alluding to your boss. And then some guy replies, with this kind of attitude, you probably don't want this guy on your team. And then Elon just goes, he's fired. So I love that.
Yeah, me too.
I love the comeuppance. These people are like in Bizarro world where they thought they're living in this fake timeline. And then it's like, no, this is how a real boss works. This is how a real job. This is how a job in 1980 would be.
This company needs to make money.
Yeah.
We're spending all the money on lunch.
There was another one where, he said, Twitter employees, it costs more. We have more staffers working in the cafeteria than people who eat the lunches, and it's cost us this and that. And then someone chimes in and goes, this is false. I'm in charge of the eating program, blah, blah, blah. And Elon Musk goes, we spent $13 million on food. I can see it in our line item report.
Which is like $400 a meal or something stupid.
And our occupancy at the office was 10 to 15% because the badge scans. So it can't possibly be this. And it's like the woman who's in charge of it is telling him how it's better. And he's like, no, I have the numbers.
Fired as well.
She got, she put into a cannon and fired off into the ocean.
Yep. Speaking of food, next, the groundhog eats the farmer's vegetables on camera.
Yeah.
In front of their trail cam.
Yeah, this is menacing.
The farmer's the guy's just eating it right in front of the trail cam.
Ripe tomato, and he's staring into it. He's eating everything he got.
This is the start of a villain timeline.
He brings his friend.
And they all just eat and look directly into your eyes while they eat your food.
Yep.
Next, the bear eats at the grocery store. It's kind of similar. A lot of the uplifting stuff this week is animals eating human foods.
Which I love.
Me too.
And this is in Lake Tahoe.
A bear has been coming to the 7-Eleven in Lake Tahoe to get snacks for years. Sometimes the doors are barricaded to stop him from entering. But most of the time, he comes in whenever he wants. People on social media nicknamed him Boog, the bear, who loved
for the
eating
Dunkaroos.
candy in the movie Open Season.
So he can take whatever he wants and go out. So can we. I like this guy.
Me too. He's like and he likes Reese's. He knows what he likes.
He likes Reese's.
Reese's.
Reese's. A PC of a Reese.
Yep, one PC.
What was that laugh? All right, next, let's see. The kid's going across the wire to school.
Let's go to the storks.
All right,
Since
let's do the
we just
storks.
did all the animals.
This is nice.
Yeah, 2 storks celebrating their first egg.
Yeah.
So the lady lays an egg. They see it. They go, oh, we did it.
What do we got here? And then they start cheering. Yeah. Look how natural that is. A male and a woman come together, bird,
The
make
egg's
baby,
healthy.
eggs healthy, and they celebrate. They celebrate the life. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Next, the kid goes across the wire to school, going on wires. Are they saying Spanish?
Yeah, I think so.
You know,
Yeah, they are speaking Spanish.
this is uplifting gold, but I don't want to get negative, and I'm over the days where I make uplifting gold actually negative. But it's 2022. You couldn't build a bridge by now?
I think I cracked it. All the men in this village are here illegally, and nobody's there to build a bridge anymore. And so the girl just goes to school over a little paracord thing.
Yeah, all the eligible, capable men who would have fixed that society have already left for America.
They already came up through the southern border, and they're waiting on Chuck Schumer to give them amnesty here.
And then
Because
they'll
we
bring
need
it-
workers,
yeah.
while this girl has to cross a bridge a bridgeless river every day.
Yeah, no bridge. All the men are here. That's a great point.
I actually saw a meme the other day. This might be too dark, but it was like a colonized place in Africa where Europeans had built a bridge, and the bridge crumbled after many, many years. Colonialism was a while ago. They built a bridge, and these people were crossing that broken bridge with a rope.
So they couldn't
same
fix the
principle. They couldn't fix the bridge.
couldn't
and
fix
it's
the
like,
bridge.
guys,
But colonialism is a problem.
Yeah.
No one's got bridges or water or anything or electricity.
Yeah.
Colonialism is a problem.
I'll take colonialism if I need to cross a river.
Next, this guy is the hope of the future. Guy shows girl his Costco card at the baseball game, caught on camera. She goes, wow.
Wow. Costco card.
Costco card. Wow.
Hey,
that's nice. He can provide.
That's an exclusive club, guys.
Rat Boy goes to Costco.
I joined. It's actually funny. I joined Costco this weekend.
Yeah.
So,
and they do a great job of giving you all the food you could eat, but also all the sauces you would want. Like Rat Boy got a giant Caesar salad that can feed him for 7 days, but it has like 5 tubs of Caesar in it.
Yeah.
The dressing, which is so important.
It's
Sauce,
like, yeah,
so important.
Costco is like customer first, very customer first like that. And their frozen foods are top notch. So I love Costco. I'm a Costco guy. I think they had a shitty mask policy for a really long time though. But we're past that, and they didn't lose me.
That's amazing. Yeah. Last clip, guy gets first U.S. paycheck. This was the same guy who did the Halloween and was really happy, the Cuban immigrant who was happy about Halloween a couple weeks ago.
No.
Remember that?
No.
Well, it was in the show.
All right. Should I play it now?
Yep.
Or do I need to remember and go back to
Do you remember?
No, I don't. What did he
goes,
do?
oh, this is so great. This is so nice. I wish it was like this every day. Oh, everyone's celebrating. I love seeing the neighborhood like this. And he was giving candy out to the kids.
I don't remember this at all.
It was this guy.
All right. All right.
You don't watch the podcast.
I don't.
No. Grábame, grábame. No se te olvide eso, grábame. Mira lo que voy a sacar del bolsillo.
Oh my God! Mentira!
Primer cheque americano.
He's showing his address on the internet.
Look at the taxes.
Pero prefiero esto que no Fidel Castro. Fidel Castro me quitaba más. El comunismo me quitaba más. ¿Tú sabes qué? Este es mi primer cheque por hora. Que tú sientes que cada hora de trabajo vale. Que cada hora de trabajo tiene una importancia en tu vida. Y que se lucha, que sabes que puedes luchar por algo. Es un sentimiento que no es comparable con nada. Porque nunca lo tuve en mi país. En Cuba no lo hay. Y aquí lo tengo la prueba.
That's nice. I feel like every hour was important. He's a legal immigrant.
Good for him.
Yeah, we
I
need
like
50 million more of those.
Yeah.
Sign them up.
Yikes.
That's great. How isn't that uplifting? Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Doesn't that put you guys in a good mood?
That's valuable.
That is the end of our Uplifting Gold, but also the end of this week's episode. We have a massive bonus land coming. We've been doing 25 to 30-minute episodes that come out on Mondays. If you guys like the podcast, you're listening to this point, please join Bonus Land, patreon.com/Fleccas, or YouTube join. Links are in the description. It goes a long way. It's only $2. We have over 1,000 people on Patreon. I think we have over 400 or 500 on YouTube join. Join that community. It's very cool. Everyone's great. It's a lot of fun, and it helps the show grow. So $2 a month. Join. It's going to be $3 a month soon, so we're getting towards the end. Get grandfathered in while you still can. Anything else you want to add before we go?
No, that's it.
That's it. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. ShopFleccas.com for the best merch in the game. Make sure you support our sponsors, Public Square and the wrapping paper, the Let's Go Brandon wrapping paper. Both very cool things, very important, especially for the holidays. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you at the next one.